Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's time for another episode of Opposition Uncovered. I will be doing my preview for the West Ham Burnley game this coming Wednesday. It's a game where both teams need points for opposite reasons. West Ham need more points to guarantee safety in the Premier League, whilst Burnley have had a real upturn of form and are now needing points so that they can push even further and further for a place in the Europa League. Burnley have gone on a really impressive run of form since the turn of the year, and especially after lockdown they've continued that. They've won 6, drawn 4 and lost 1 game. They've gone from being potential relegation threatened team to European League contenders, and that shows a real sense of fight in them and a sense of determination, and that's partly down to their manager Dyche. Dyche is arguably one of the best managers in the Premier League because of how he's developed players. A lot of people in the transfer window see that Burnley sign a lot of championship players from the higher end of the championship. But the thing is, Dyche makes them work hard, live up to his expectations and makes them excel in the Prem. And that's exactly why Burnley are doing well right now. He doesn't use £40 million signings. He uses what he has with Burnley's budget and uses that to his advantage, developing from the ground up and giving players an opportunity to show what they can do in the Premier League. There is a rumour that West Ham may replace David Moyes with Dyche, and I'm hoping that comes true because he would be so perfect for West Ham. West Ham, traditionally speaking, is a working class football club. Burnley is a working class city in Northern England. I think that Dyche's hard-working, strong mentality would suit West Ham and certainly benefit us. The last time the two teams met was at Turf Moor, and West Ham lost that game 3-0. The player that cost us a lot in that game was, well, the goalkeeper Roberto, who scored an own goal. A corner came in, he just palmed it into his net. I remember, I think it was Fabian Balbuena gave a ball away and Burnley scored. West Ham have struggled against Burnley a lot in the past because Burnley aren't a team that should be laughed at. I mean, on paper, people think, oh, little old Burnley, a very small town football club, but they really do shut people up when they win games. And they're certainly punching above the weight, and they have done so in the last few seasons. The first player that I want to talk about who will be a threat to West Ham United is the New Zealand international striker Chris Wood. He's been out injured for a little bit, but he's actually back in time for the game on Wednesday. Wood joined Burnley from Leeds United in August 2017 for a then club record fee of around £15 million. Ever since he's been at Burnley, he's finished every season with double-digit figure goals. And I remember first time that he played against West Ham at the London Stadium, Chris Wood came off the bench and scored twice for Burnley. He also scored at London Stadium last season when he headed a corner in. He is a very clinical player. He's got a good eye for goal as well. And he is a player that West Ham are going to really have to contain. Whether he starts or not, I do not know yet. But he seems to be a player who likes to harass West Ham a hell of a lot. The next player I would like to talk about is a long-serving member of their defence, and that is Captain Ben Mee. Mee's pretty much been in Lancashire his whole life. He played for Manchester City and now he's at Burnley. He's been with the club since 2012. He scored against Crystal Palace. He's very good at reading set pieces. He's good at either clearing them or heading the ball. He's also a very big part of their defence, along with James Tarkowski and Charlie Taylor. And Ben Mee's leadership qualities as well are the reason why he wears the armband. Dyche has a lot of faith in him, and also Mee has signed a new contract with the Clarets. The third player I'd like to talk about is 21-year-old midfielder Dwight McNeil. McNeil and West Ham, they go quite a way back because in December 2018, McNeil was a teenager making his debut against West Ham, and he actually scored against us, and Burnley won that game 2-0. This season, McNeil has 2 goals in 32 games, and he is a big part of the way they play. He's come from their academy, risen up, and now is a regular starter. He's also playing for the England under-21 team. One player who played for both West Ham United and Burnley is goalkeeper Joe Hart. Joe Hart, in his younger days, was one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. Hart fell out of favour at Manchester City when Claudio Bravo and Edison came in, so he was made available for loan. He first joined Torino in Italy, and then he joined West Ham United on loan for the 2017-18 season. He didn't really live up to expectation. There was a lot of swapping between him and Adrian, and Joe Hart eventually left at the end of the season. Hart was then signed by Burnley in the summer of 2018, and he was in goal when West Ham won 4-2. He conceded 4 goals against his former employers. He's mainly been used as a backup goalkeeper this season because of how well Nick Pope has been playing, and Joe Hart was actually recently released by Burnley, and he's now looking for a club. To say that he won the Premier League twice and he was England's #1 goalkeeper, he's had quite a fall from grace. As for my score prediction, any point is a good point right now for West Ham, but as I said at the start, both teams are going to want different things. West Ham will need 1 point, or preferably 3, to ensure survival, and Burnley will need 3 points to challenge Sheffield United and Wolves for Europa League qualification. So it's not going to be an easy game, but given West Ham's current momentum, I think we could really give it to Burnley. I know, like I say, we've struggled against them, but we have a really good chance against Burnley, and it's a very winnable game. We can't rule that out as well. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Opposition Uncovered. I will be doing my game review on Wednesday, and will hopefully have it uploaded by Thursday. I'll see you all soon. Take care for now.